Good morning, YouTube. I hope you all have a good day. For today, it's another episode of Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster. Last time, we found Sabin. We went all the way to Terra. Wait, no, that was the one before, wasn't it? Oh no. No honking. Give me a second. Yeah, I started recapping the previous episode and not this one. Let's think. We did tentacles and tentacles and tentacles. We found Setzer and got the airship. Oh no, yeah. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, almost could not move past that fight indeed. It was a horrible fight. And we found the airship with this glorious song in it. It's my favorite song in the game now. It's actually my favorite Final Fantasy song, I think, these days. Anyway, let's see where we left off. I think we are about to go to the next town next to the airship thing. Wait, we just landed and that's it? Yeah. I know where. We can do this. Stop loading. Thank you. Okay, so we actually went past half the world to get here. We were following a bird. I guess we are looking for a bird now. 1 second. Is that not a world theme? Hey, how you been? Long time no see. No one. What? Wait. I'm an ex-thief. My old accomplice always used to tumble to the right of the treasure chest in his sleep. Okay. From somber to hope. Yes. A swordsman came through here recently. His skills were impressive enough, but I could tell his heart was full of turmoil. If he could rid himself of that confusion and doubt, his technique would probably reach a whole new level. I was a thief once, but then I took an arrow to my knee. Wait, wrong game. But then I uncovered a secret so terrible that I had to go into hiding. Wait, what? What secret? Why are you running from me? A man with a strange manner of speech came through town not long ago. Kept calling people something funny. Do, thou, yo, meow. OMG, he said meow. Magic 5. Meow in the chat, yes. Meow. 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 You know, people can't see redeems on a screen when they go on YouTube. Is that how you want to keep it? Let's see, let's see. How do we get money? I don't want to sell all those things. Reflect ring, maybe? I know. It's very true. Prevents back attacks? When do I ever use that? Go away. Preemptive strikes? Okay. Agility. Maybe that can be used for... Yeah, I'm definitely buying that. Not like I'm gonna use it now, but you know. I've learned a lot about how things stand in this ruined world from the thieves and travelers who passed through. Anyway, you need to know how to find? Nourish. That... Okay. I know the guy from Zozo who says this place is dangerous. He's the only honest guy in that town. If you need something there, he's the one to ask. Cool. The sources of people's misery always lie in their pasts. Lost friends, families, and homelands. Those are the things that torment people the most. Lola's been receiving a lot of letters lately. I wonder if they are from her boyfriend in Moblis. Okay. Wait. Until I busted a gut climbing up the cold of Kefka's tower to steal that treasure. I barely made it out of the first treasure room alive and had to turn back. Okay. Is that the friend who... Ah, that could be it. His flowers are made of silk, and quite beautiful they are too. Was that the thief that was mumbling in his sleep? To the right of the treasure, to the right of the treasure. Look at all these flowers. My boyfriend in Moblis sent them to me. Look closely. They are all handmade. Real flowers won't bloom anymore. So he made these from silk. And he just sent me this letter. But wasn't Moblis destroyed by Kefka? Someone else must have written that letter. Read the letter? Sure. My beloved Lola, art thou well? We have rebuilt as much of the village as we could hope to. I believe I should be able to return to thy side before too long. Who talks like that? This handwriting. It looks a lot like science. But where's he mailing them from? Could you please attach this reply to the carrier pigeon outside? Sure. Thank you. Xian is the only person in the entire world who says thou. Bird. That's the new main character now. Gao only says that to imitate Xian though. Thou. I think. So are we going to Zozo? Mr. Dao, yes. Okay. Guess we're talking to her again. I hope his reply comes soon. Why is there another letter? I guess that's the one we read and not the one we sent. Would kind of make a lot more sense, yes. Let's go here. We have an airship now. Uncle, we are back. We bring him fish? Ooh, is that a fish? Quetzali. What is a Quetzali? Lift the party up with an aerial attack. Speed 1. Ooh. Who did I want to have speed? Yeah, have speed. Haste, slow, hasty, taker, slower, float. Okay. Makes sense. Very themed abilities. Okay, uncle, come with us. I'm all better now. Thank you, Celeste. So that's it? Mr. Meow, yes. Yay, pizza! Okay, so there is all kinds of places. Do we want to go to Mysidia, or... I know it's not called Mysidia in this game. Oh well, let's get Cyan. Gonna be fine. Maybe. Probably not. Pigeon! Zozo? Never heard of it. Learn more about Esperus? No. Gobbledygook. Chocobo! What? I didn't press right. That was cool though. So, who says something about the truth? Nice damage. Debilitator. What? What? What was that reply to? You climb to the top of the building with the pub sign. You'll find a path leading to Mount Zozo. The monsters up here are quick. If you go, you'd better have a way to making sure you are able to hit them. Like one of those, you know, spider, whatchamacallit. This rustrid will let you open that door there. Okay. No, I didn't. That's your imagination. Why are people in Zozo telling you the time anyway? What's the point? Imagine just going up to a stranger, wanting to ask basically anything, and they just start telling you the time. The rust dissolves. Okay. Yeah, they are very honest people, aren't they? Yeah, nice blaster. What? Stealing is wrong. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Hey, how are you? It's 5 p.m. What? What did we get again? I did pay attention. Is that better? It is. A shield that absorbs ice. Cast Blizzaga when used as an item and then breaks. It is a very good shield. It is our healer. Let's have our healer to be a bit tankier. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a lot of chocobos, and chocobos turn it around, don't they? Mogo Mogo. 80? Okay. Red cap. That's only for HP, right? Oh, that's actually very good. 25% to bonus to maximum HP. 25% is actually a lot. Yes. Can anyone have it? We have Tiger Mask because it increases those stats like strength. This one gives even more strength. It's perfect. We don't even have MP. Should have used the tent. Mog Bear. Better. Thunder Shield? Is it the same or is it worse or better? Wow, one more defense. I forgot that there's like a cat in the background of this song. Okay, Flash. Chocobo! It could do more, but yes. You miss. 5,000 gil? That's a lot. Aegis shield? Okay, give me a second. What is Aegis shield? Sometimes repels magic attack. It has so much magic evasion. Okay. I guess everyone is tanky now except this one. Gold hairpin. We already had one. Which we don't use apparently. I think that was because of the crumbling house from earlier. Because some NPCs said enemies can petrify in that area. Dice are ranged weapons indeed, and I think he is in... Yeah, he is in back row. He's not in back row. Well, now I think of D&D again. Letsa would be good at that. Just keep rolling for everyone. Map. Hydrate? But yeah, the dragon gets closer each second. Each round it does. Thank you for the hydrate. Does it? It used to. Did they fix it? It used to always get closer until it gets towards you. At some point, if you miss it, it would be kind of floating out of the screen at some point. But now there's this. They actually fixed the dragon movement. The most unexpected thing ever. Huh. This seems doable. No. I guess we are drilling our way through this. Wow. The one mentioned, by the way, is my artist. Oh, that was way too much damage. Edgar versus the Dargon. Yes. Didn't even think about the pronunciation. I mistakenly pronounced it that way. I wanted to say dragon, actually. Why you do this? Hey, bear! Well, it is an awesome artist. Thanks again for introducing, by the way. It was the best idea. And if I didn't want that artist just for myself, I would totally introduce the artist to everyone. But it's mine alone. You know, the usual. Ooh. The same flowers. Dear Lola, I am writing you back for your forgiveness. I am guilty of perpetuating a terrible lie. I have only now realized the error of my ways and taken up this quill in hopes of correcting a great wrong. Your boyfriend, whom you believe to be in Moblis, passed away some time ago. I've been writing to you in his stead. We humans have a tendency to become trapped in the past and refuse to move on. I implore you not to let this happen. Now is the time for you to look forward and rediscover love and all the other joys of life. Cyan. Okay. Yay, Cyan theme! Memories of the world before the fall remain, but the light of dawn doth never change, nor ever the hearts go on. What? Who says ever without the V? Mr. Meow, yes. Cyan! Huh? You are all alive. Cyan. I shall go with you. We must not abandon the world to Kefka. But, however did you find me? Wait. Tell me you did not read my letters. I would never. Do you think he has like a bag or something where he places all those flowers? They are sort of a minor diversion of mine. Cyan, these flowers are gorgeous. Oh, must thou embarrass me so? Dost thou truly think so? Wait, he eats them? Yes, definitely. I wondered what had become of that poor girl, always waiting for the word of her beloved. I decided to pay a visit to Miranda. I learned that she had long since stopped receiving replies, but still sent a letter each day. I could not bear to stand by and do nothing. As I wrote to that girl, I began to realize that I was no different from her. I was refusing to move on. I could not let go. I will no longer live in the past. We must all look to the future now. Maybe. By the way, I encountered Sir Gao in Miranda. He said he would get strong, smash Kefka. Okay. I believe that means he intends to hone his skills in order to challenge the Lord of the Tower. Knowing Sir Gao, he was probably headed for the Veldt. Huh. Probably a good idea. Ooh, something. Obtain the key. The science treasure chest. What are these? Machinery for dunces? A pictorial guide to machines? Everything about machines. Machines for the mechanically disinclined. And Bushido in the bedroom. What? What? Several simple books on machinery and one on special samurai techniques. Yes, I agree. What do I even say to that? Do you think I can one-shot? That looks kind of cool. The enemy didn't even have one turn. MP... Could be better. Could be worse. Bushido in the bedroom. Are we questioning this? Okay, so the next goal is to go for Gao, I think. Might be a good idea. Gao is very good. This? Is there a town? There's only this cave. I guess we are fighting. On the Veldt. See what happens. Commander. Die. Oh! Bird! If only they survived. Very true. This is an awesome song. And is this even randomized? Of course it is. And hey hey. Interesting. They didn't even send the chocobos to the other thing. So where's Gao? You again. I think I messed up the stream title because I usually say that it's the first time Pixel remaster. And this time I forgot. Well, Gao doesn't seem to be around. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Oh! Yeah, I'm dumb. Like, how does he join a party of 4 already? That's not even possible. Seriously. We still have 2 of them, I think. But which one sells it? I don't have a clue. Not needed. What? No airship song in here? Where's... How do I switch party? Where's Zion? What an intriguing apparatus. Wait, is he now interested in this just because of his mechanical books? True. Gauntlet! Hyperrest? Hyperrest. The other book in the practice? Yeah... We are not talking about that. Yeah, but... Yeah. How does one of you reply to them? Oh no. Wow, Cyan is slow. And weak. Platinum Dragon. Hey, hey. Meow. As soon as we find an inn or a bed to sleep in, so I don't have to use a tent, we're gonna use that. Without Bushidos. Uh, thanks for the follow. And yeah, it happens. Happened to me a few times as well. Wow, this is just straight up evil. I don't think Sir Dao has a chance. Ah. What are you playing today? Genji glove. Ooh, 7. That's cool. Enjoy. And was awesome having you around. I think last time I saw it was the Temple of the Ancients. Oh. Nice. Oh, wow. Wow, I'm Gao. Meow meow. Okay. So do we have dragon? That dragon would have been cool to have, but no. Do we have Edgar with us? We do. But yeah, if you get into spoiler territory, try to avoid things that didn't happen in this game yet. Just in case. Because this is being recorded, and for those who would be watching that, maybe some who don't know the game, you know? There's no sketch glitch in here, right? I'm assuming they fixed it instantly. Here we have magic. Well, it is a new engine. It would make sense that they just never even added the sketch glitch on here. They probably coded it differently and stuff. Those enemies are annoying. Oh. That's very bad. Well, sketch is not actually bad. At least not always. Also, I keep using runic by mistake. But yeah, we get money on here, and maybe there's something interesting we could be taking over. Like that. Yeah, maybe. Still, I like it. I forgot about those enemies. Good job, you attacked yourself. Ew. Right, let's wait until Gao is back before going away. Ooh, you. Do we wanna know? Most likely undead. We could kill it with a Phoenix Down or a Revivify. If we wanted to. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Ow, I'm Gao. Meow. Okay. We have good characters. Including... Can I... Not... Nah. That's exactly where I wanted to land. Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Are you trying to tell me to follow you? I think it went here, right? Oh, there's nothing here. Oh. Okay, we have new enemies here, including... Yeah, have fun with that. No draining. Poison rod? I like. Poison items are usually my favorites. When the three of us go hunting on the Veldt, we always run across a boy dressed in hides. Oh, so that's where we would find out as well. So, 2 places already. There are huge dinosaurs in the forest north of the Veldt. They are incredibly strong. There's no way a human could defeat one. but it showed be something to brag about if you did. They always leave me here so they can try to befriend that kid. And that's how you figure out. There's 4 people and they leave that one behind to have a group of 3. I don't want to go hunting with them anyway. So even NPCs can only have a group of 4, I mean. Poison rod, okay. For some reason, that boy never shows up when all 4 of us are out there together. Berserker ring? Okay, which one is that? One that cannot be equipped. Strength 5. A deep crimson ring that absorbs fire and negates lightning damage. Equip on a Yeti and see what happens. Does it mean there's a Yeti character? That sounds crazy. Die. Not really. I did play through the base game, through the original, but it is the first time playing Pixel Remaster. Also, I'm recording. So, for those who would be watching this for the first time on YouTube, for example, I kind of don't want to spoil it for them. And at the same time, I kind of don't want to spoiler myself about what changes they made to this game in comparison to the original. Like, for example, the airship theme. It just... wow, in comparison. And I feel like if someone told me from the start that I should be waiting for the airship theme because it's gonna be awesome, then I feel like I wouldn't be as hyped as I am now about it. Okay. So yeah, spoilers in general are just not really my thing. If I play something for the 50th time, okay. That's something very different. But yeah, I hope I explained it more or less. Not enemy though. It's everywhere. Also, I should probably heal. Here, chainsaw. And maybe use a... True, true. And I was wondering whether I need those tags. But yeah. Wait, ninja sword that may randomly dispatch an enemy in one hit. Ooh. 190. That's very strong. But yeah, even if I played this, just the recording alone basically makes this a no spoiler kind of thing. Oh, that's the difference. Okay. So one of them absorbs HP and the other one halves the HP. That's that. Shadow? And the doggo? Well, I should have expected Shadow actually. I wonder what's stronger, Flurry or Fang? I feel like Flurry possibly because it hits so many more times. But, Whoop, whoop, whoop. These wounds are awful. A bear! Rah! Behemoth King. Damage? Nah, that's fine. Cura? Cure? Let's see how much cure on everyone heals. Okay, please don't absorb lightning. Okay, good. Oh no! I have a problem. Sir Dao. Holy. What? Why so much damage? What's wrong with you? Okay, healer. You have to have more turns. Who's dead? I could be trying Debilitator and getting a lightning weakness, but... not noise. Flash. That should do blind, right? If it hits. So close. Oh no! Dude! How much? It could be better, could be worse. Yeah, I think it's brutal. So it is counter-attacking, but not always. $700? Really? I need more Phoenix Downs. Big problem otherwise. Haha! Something's coming from behind. Uh-oh. Another monster appears. Okay. Sleeping gas? Okay. Are you being healed by lightning? No. Okay. Let's use it anyway. Maybe we could make it easier. Earth? We don't use Earth. Are you using Meteor as well? OMG! I dodged quite something, huh? Did not expect. Alright. Weak against ice? It's not using any magic, so I don't even have to recast Runic, you know? Wind? We don't even use wind. Oh. Oh no. I didn't know that Meteor cannot be runicked. In time? Yes. No! Why? My Edgar's dead anyway. Yeah, the claws are the best part. They are weak against lightning, finally. For one attack. Good job. Oh, 2 behemoth suits. Nice. We can't do anything for wounds like these here. Let's fly to Thamasa on the double. Thamasa? I thought Thamasa was right next to us. Why are you floating around the world twice? What's wrong with you? Had to go a little bit south, but no. Must be having a nightmare. Double the time, not double the speed, yes. Whoop. 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 You came to try to stop me leaving. I'm sorry, but I can't turn back, boy. Stay here, with my daughter. You both deserve to live in peace. Ooh. And people say it was implied. This is not implied, this is just straight up telling you. All we can do now is wait. Rest will help. How are you feeling? It's only a scratch. I've had worse. And I've got this guy watching over me. Whoop, whoop. And are you saying this item here? Interesting. Yeah, have a good night. And I know my schedule is kind of weird these days, but it's nice seeing you around anyway. Meow. There was a gray exclamation mark, not a red one. The red ones mean that there's something to collect. The gray ones means it's empty. I saw a huge monster fly across the sky. It looked like a giant bat. Yeah, that's true too. Well, see you tomorrow morning, maybe. There aren't any good places left to play. Oh, Leo's grave. General Leo. Ebot's Rock is above water for the first time in 50 years. Head north of town and you should be able to see it. After the cataclysm, I awoke to find myself all alone in Doma Castle. When I tried to sleep there, monsters came for me in my dreams. Oh, it still frightens me to just think of it. I think that's the second one saying that. One gill? Yes, please. Oh, good morning. How you been? Hard to believe. It's only been a year since the cataclysm. Feels like a lifetime ago. So... the thing... it was not just implied. But we had an actual cutscene confirming that Realm is Shadow's daughter. That's super interesting. I never knew. Because I know there was rumors about it, but people always said that it's rumors and implied and whatnot. But this was just straight up a cutscene telling you. Wait. Cast Protect. Not just when low, but always. Definitely using that. Is there one for Shell as well? Uncritically wounded, petrification, reflect, poison, darkness. Okay. You mean the cutscene? Yeah, maybe. Phoenix down. There, 30. Yeah, but that was in the cutscene. That was the entire point of the cutscene. Huh. So does the original cutscene say something else? Is that what you are saying? Circlet. Magic Force, not bad. Oh. So on that it would be implied indeed, yes. You. Metal band that boosts various attributes. That's fine. Well, we saw it. Unless there's something else to find out about it still. I guess we can talk about it. $70. Ah. That is an interesting change. Viper darts, okay. Do we want to buy that? Sure. The most interesting loot we most likely just get from enemies or treasures anyway, right? So, if I assume this correctly, yep, someone is gone. If you're looking for that man who was dressed in all black, he already left. Said he was going to the Colosseum. Okay. Colosseum. The addition to all the lore in the game, which was implied or maybe not even there. They added quite a few things and I really like that. I generally really like lore in games. And now there's this. Where do we go? Colosseum? Never implemented with Shadow has a talk about it with Strago. Huh. Interesting. The more valuable the item you wager, the better the price will be if you win. This Dragon's Neck Colosseum, champions from all over the world come here to fight for prizes and glory. Wait. Me, the great and noble Ultros, reduced to working as a receptionist in this stinking Colosseum. No. Oh yeah, it better not be bet any cheap crap or Mr. Typhon will have to come and teach you a lesson. Really? I'm an Imperial soldier, probably the last one alive. I passed along a secret to that friend of yours with the bandana. Talk to the Emperor twice. It's a hint to finding the place where Emperor Gestal hid some legendary treasure. No idea what that means. All battles in a Colosseum are one-on-one auto battles. Auto battles? Finding the whole world is at war, and I've fulfilled my lifelong ambition of building a Colosseum. I'm so happy, and I owe it all to Gefka. The toughest fighters from all over the world come here to compete. There's a guy who fights here, dressed in all black. They say he's looking for a blade called the Ichigeki. Oh, we have that one. I'm gonna make a killing here. Ichigeki. Anything interesting? It doesn't say what we get. Okay. Did I pass Ichigeki already? Am I blind? I should have sorted everything. Ichigeki. Am I strong enough even? Bet this item. Shadow! You think? Oh no, I'm gonna die here. Nice crit. That's a very strong crit. Uh-oh. What magic are you using? I'm gonna die here! I'm gonna lose my weapon! What? That was so lucky! How was that so lucky? What are you doing here? The only thing I know how to do. I'm fighting. Why don't you come with us? Perhaps I should. Alright, it's time to put my skills to the ultimate test. Yay! We got Shadow with pure luck. That was a bit crazy. Oh. Kinda makes me wonder if we would have lost the item really, or not. Okay, what is this? That's a chocobo forest, most likely. There's Narsh around here, right? What is this? Well, that's on the map, but it's just trees, not a chocobo forest. Duncan's cabin. Ooh, the grandma told me about it. Forgot about that. So who's Duncan? Move it, you are in my way. Darn this old body of mine. Won't do what I tell it to do anymore. I think we are supposed to bring Sabin. It's a martial artist. Wasn't Duncan like the teacher, I think? I think one of the first bosses there, the martial artist where we unlocked Sabin, I think he talked about it as well. Master Duncan! Yeah. Early, and then when we came to this world in South Figure again, she talked about it. The grandma. Wahaha, why the surprised face? Did you think I died or something? Master Duncan, I'm so glad you are safe. Oh dear, Sabin, you aren't crying, are you? Wahaha, did you think a little thing like the end of the world was gonna do me in? The earth tried to swallow me up once or twice, but I just pried its jaws open and climbed back out. Sabin, it's time for me to teach you my ultimate technique. Use it to knock Kefka into the next week. Get ready. Is this Dragon Ball now? Them just flying around? I call it the Phantom Rush. Now go on, hit Kefka with every blitz I taught you. Yay! So... Phantom Rush deals massive damage to a single enemy. Oh, that's a... Okay, that's simple enough. What? Aren't you in South Figaro? So is he still here? Huh. Don't worry about me. Go defeat Kefka. Wait. No, that's not him. The crazy guy. No. I wonder where Gao's father is. He should still be in the house. Maybe that one on the right. Would have to check. Maybe there's something new with that. Do we have Gao with us? We have Gao with us. Let's bring Gao. Here? Here. Cabin. Most family member of? Wait, Duncan has more kids? Oh, wait. Yeah, Edgar. True, that was the wife, the grandma. Wait, no. He's not the father for Sabin, he is just the teacher. That's not even the same person. So, we met the grandma, and who else? Is the one boss the kid? What's his name, the boss? I think that was the entire topic of that conversation with the boss, right? On the mountain. Mount, what's the name there? To the north of South Figaro. Oh, hello again. It's been a while. Let me tell you, these repairs of yours were top-notch. I told you I'm not... Now hurry up and fix that chair over there. You're gonna need to stand on it so you can fix the roof. Yeah, but you see her. It counts. You don't suppose... Gao, couldn't that man be your father? Wow. Come on, Gao. Don't you think? Father? Yeah, that guy's gotta be your dad. Gao, dad? Oh, wow, Gao. Alright, let's go tell him. He needs to know you're his son. Wait a minute. This is a once-in-a-lifetime event. We should at least dress you up a bit. Let's go to Jido and get you spiffed up. Never heard that word before. No, Gao, how many times do I have to tell you not to eat with your fingers? Oh, wow. Don't say oh, wow when you mean sorry. Yow. Hey. And it kind of makes sense since this is the town of the rich people. Possibly the only town of the rich people. They know how... Where are we? Why are we behind the shop thing? Why is the shopkeeper in front? Did we take over the shop right now? What to do? Oh, this is nice. But we need something that would look good on Gao. Oh, pick something already. What did you say? Nothing. Okay, so we are... Are we just threatening the shopkeeper here? Now, this is a fine and jaunty little hat. If he were a clown... I beg your pardon? If he wore a crown? Ah, we would not want his father to think he's some kind of prince now, would he? I know just the thing. That's a Kenpo-gi. It's perfect, functional, yet sporty. That's not exactly what I had in mind. He's dressed like... Okay. Not an ounce of fashion sense between you. Excuse me, I'd like to order a set of clothes like the ones I'm wearing. Setsa, no. We are trying to make him look better, not worse. Listen, go. You're gonna go in there now and show your father what a fine young man you've become. Yo. Maybe Edgar just pays, yeah. Maybe. No, you finally come to do those repairs. No, actually I was wondering if you knew anything about the Emperor Gestalt's map. The Emperor's map? Seems like that's all anyone wants to talk about these days. Pardon? A little while back, another repairman wearing a bandana came here asking the same thing, so I told him. Then, where is it? It's where the mountains form a shape like a star. Sheesh, why didn't you just ask me from the beginning? No need to be so shy. Now, sir. Right. I need to get those repairs straight away. Sir, you had a son once, right? Didn't you? You remember, right? A son? Yes, you see, sir. He's alive. Go, speak up. Father. Huh? What? What's all this business about a son? I don't have a son. But now that you mention it, I once had a terrible dream. A dream in which some kind of demon child was born. I grabbed the thing and rushed off to the Veldt with it. The thing was crying like crazy by the time I got there. But sir... I left the child there. And then I turned around and ran, trying not to look back. I'm trying to tell you. Then all of a sudden, the crying stopped. I turned around, and there was some frightful monster. Never seen anything like it. Hideous it was. Still gives me the shakes when I think about it. I give up. This guy is hopeless. But you, young man, your parents must be proud to have such a fine son. I still dream about being chased by that demon child. Terrifying, those dreams. Why, you old... Running your mouth. Not even so much thinking about Gao's feelings. You want me to beat some sense back into you? Wow. Whoa. Poor Gao. I'm sorry. Father, alive, Gao, happy. So that's it? Huh. So yeah, that was Gao's father, and that's it. What else? We have Shadow, we have... over 1000 HP. Last time when we were here, it used 1000 needles. So maybe we survive this now. Really? This is by far my favorite song in any version of Final Fantasy VI. Actually, this is not the same one, is it? No, it is. It is. This part here. It's just so epic. But yeah, a side quest to make you sad, no item, no progression. The thing is, it still adds a lot of lore to the game, and I'm really much into lore. I like to find out everything I can. So there's that. Oh, I should have saved. Did I not save? No, I'm not sure. Everyone equipped? Hey, Shigeki! What do we want on that character? Haste and... Actually... I don't know about this. Nah, let's go back. I don't want Shadow. There was no Shadow, was there? Who did I even have just now? Oh, true, I had this one. I didn't have this one. Do I want to bring this one? If I want to... This one could deal a lot of damage now. Level 27, 26. Okay, you. Switch out. For now, unequip everyone. Wait. Oh, that's what it is. We can equip everyone in... Seriously? That's why I thought we had Shadow in the party. Because we can check every single character already. Despite them not being in the party. We can equip them and stuff like that, despite them not being in the party. That is quite a change. Very unexpected. Right? It's awesome. And 2, you have Maduin. Magic. Right? Seems very nice. Remember back then when you had two teams, like in Nourish or something, and you just had to switch between the teams and see what everyone had equipped? But now it's like this. We have an airship. We are back. Catherine's gone. Catherine ran away because Dwayne wasn't being nice to her. Really? Catherine's belly keeps getting bigger. Catherine's gonna have a baby. I know, because my mom looked like that before she had my little brother. So Dwayne and Catherine kissing. Okay, they always say the same thing. Okay. Tara's gone too. Everyone is gone. The kids are alone. What kind of parents are they? Just leave the kids somewhere in a house that is slowly breaking apart here. There was a doggo. Do we need healing? No, we don't need anything. Doggo! I don't know what to do. Catherine's pregnant. Well, follow Doggo, and we ended up here. You are back! Yeah, but where's the guy? Wait, the guy was outside. Shut up. I said nothing. Catherine's going to have a baby. Another one? I'm so happy that I'm going to have a child. I feel like I read that wrong. But when I told that to Dwayne, he turned cold all of a sudden. Catherine, I'm sorry. I just didn't know how to handle all of this. I acted like an idiot. But everything's okay now. So please, come back home with me. Ah! Hunbaba is heading this way. Oh. Hi, Ether. Nothing, nothing, nothing. No point in roaming around here. Uh-oh. Can we handle it? Week 2. Wind. Let me guess, it absorbs. I knew it. Ooh. That's nice damage. Thanks for healing me. Stop healing the enemy. Please, lightning. Please, lightning. No. Seriously. Survive. And? Lightning? Nope. I was trying that with analog before, but on a D-pad it's just so much easier to use those. Sabin and Gao are now fighting each other with this. Lightning! Haha! You're so dead. No! No! Terra! But you don't even have equipment! Okay, that works, I guess. Maybe. Ultima weapon. Nah. Do we want to use Fenrir? I'm assuming it's not gonna be having the same weakness. Okay, we do a lot of damage. We're gonna be fine. Maybe. Well, she does have Kira. May as well. Good enough. What the? So the same targeting they had in the other Pixel remasters is still here in this game. If you used Cura on yourself in the previous turn, your next spell, no matter what you choose, an attack spell, is gonna target you. Unless you pay attention. I find that kind of silly. Cursor memory is one thing, but that? I don't know. There again. Stop doing that. Not ideal indeed. Yeah, the same issue was in the previous Pixel remasters with the healing rod. If you attacked yourself with a healing rod and then used anything else, including attacks with your next party member, at times you just attacked yourself then. Especially when rushing. So did we actually kill it? No. It's another monster. It's scary. I'm afraid. She does have freaky eyebrows. Mama! Mama! It's you, isn't it? I can tell. Huh? Mama? Sarah! Mama! Sarah! I'll fight. I think I finally understand the feeling that's been growing inside me. It must be love. I have to fight to protect the people I love and to make the world a safe place for new lives. Duane, keep Catherine and your baby safe. Children, Mama has to go away for a while to make the world a safer place for you to live. But I promise I'll be back as soon as I can. Mama, I'm not gonna cry. Me either. I'll be good, so come back soon. Don't forget, you promised. Thank you. You all helped me understand what it means to love. I'll fight. I'll make this world a place where life can flourish and children can grow up in peace. Okay. We're 26. Alright. Let's see. Does anyone else have something to say now? Anything new? I hope Catherine has her baby soon. I want to see it. The baby in Catherine's belly is kicking. Catherine, what are you gonna name the baby? There! It just kicked again! A new life. I've got to do my best to help make the world a safer place for it. That's literally what Tara said, but okay. We'll be okay, so please, go make sure these kids have a future to look forward to. We'll be alright. I'm not gonna cry. I don't wanna make Mama sad. Mama, we'll be okay. We are tough. Duane and Catherine take good care of us. Well, now we have kind of a goal, huh? Basically a new beginning for this world. Level 26, okay. Actually, let's bring our party members. I do like Tara, but with how things go, I feel like... Am I maybe not bringing her? Something like that? I knew it. You get gauntlet, you get hyper rest. Alright. Are we ready? What are we ready for? There's still a few places. That one thing is a chocobo forest. Let's unlock that chocobo forest quickly. Just so it's... Is it? Chocobos, that's my life. I'm not gonna put renting out chocobos just cause the world's falling to pieces. Okay. Isn't that the only chocobo place left in this world? I wonder if there's actually a reason to rent a chocobo. Is there anywhere we could maybe go with a chocobo? Not really. So, next goal is... Actually, there's 2 chocobo places. Here's one as well. It's basically 2 hours already, and... kind of feels like not much happened in here now. At the same time, kinda did. Well, we don't have... Here, we didn't go to this town yet. Oops. Neat. There's Jeju, the westernmost town on the world map. Of course, the world map's a lot different now. I've seen a lot of carrier pigeons fly towards Miranda lately. I wonder who's sending all those letters. Agility. This is kind of silly because Cyan would do really well with agility. But oh well. In a world like this, you have to keep an open mind. I saw Emperor Gestahl the other day. Well, a painting of him at least. Oza has it hanging up in his house, I must say. It's a perfect likeness. Stumbled across something incredible. Deathgaze's little secret. He can't recover his health after battle. If you just keep fighting him over and over, you should be able to wear him down and eventually defeat him. Well, we haven't seen anything like Deathgaze yet, so... Okay. Wait, how did he discover that anyway? Where do I end? Most likely here. I'm just talking to some people and then we're gonna continue with the program. I saw a little girl go into the art collector's house not too long ago. The house at the northern end of town belongs to Oza. He's an art collector with a taste for fine paintings. I read Oza's diary the last time I was in his house. Hee hee. I mean, it was just lying there. What else was I supposed to do? Maybe not go in his house when he's not there? Oza found a skilled young artist and brought her back to his mansion to paint for him. Okay. Art that evokes a sense of the words glide into ruin is all the rage these days. Did I check weapons? I did, right? Yeah, I did. No, I talked to everyone then. Also, there's another chocobo place here. Interesting. Oza's mansion. When I do that tomorrow. Or next time, whatever. Anyway. This is where the Final Fantasy VI portion of the stream ends. And yeah. This has been interesting. I knew that the Pixel remaster is gonna be awesome, but I didn't know how much. I enjoyed it so much. Anyway. What do I say? For the YouTube people. See you all in the next episode of Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remaster. And meow.